Okay. We got there, broskis. We got there. Let's have a look. Right, Hass is running, I believe, 5 minutes late. So, yeah, we'll just waffle on until then. Obviously, hope you guys can hear me. The mic isn't in the shot anymore. So, yeah, welcome. First and foremost, this is meant to be on Mondays. About yesterday, bro. Yeah, it was a mad one. Let me just double check. Is on the right account. Yes, all good. Yeah, basically, yesterday I was running on 3 hours sleep, and yeah, back to work now. Had about 3 weeks off. It was not gonna happen, broskies. So I wanted to give you a proper episode today with me and Hass. Obviously, special sneaker to show ya. Me and Hass, thankfully, got our pairs. Kill switch, what's happening, bro? And yeah, I just wanted to give you a proper episode today and live stream rather than a very tired one yesterday. Like literally my eyes could have carried the shopping home. That's all I'm gonna say. Like I was shattered. Yeah, it is a Tuesday, which is weird to say, but I'm happy to say we've got a couple sneakers to look at and, well, one to unbox, one to show. I've literally just finished recording the unboxing for these, the Corteiz Corteiz Air Trainer Huarache. Bro, there's a lot to talk about here. I don't want to spoil too much, so we'll wait for Hass to jump in. He's literally just setting up as we speak. And Kill Switch, yeah, thank you, bro. I needed it, man. I needed it. Yeah, it's been crazy. Life is just, I'm a private person where I want to be, but bro, yeah, life's just life sometimes, James, yeah, you know what? I don't know if the camera and the lighting's gonna pick it up, but you guys have probably seen it anyway. Is the 3M on this shoe is ridiculous. Hold on, can you guys see that? I don't know how that would work, but it's all right. Let me just. Well, you've seen it on my Instagram if you're following me on there. You've seen it on there. So yeah, they look crazy, bro. I'll show you like that if I can. I've got like a UV filter, so it's gonna look weird, but basically, yeah, the piping all around the shoe, all like here, those sort of silver bits. 3M, amazing, and they gave us some goodies, some extra goodies, which I was not expecting. Stringer, the Special CP pairs did well. Do you know what? The marketing for those really well. I believe it was Ashley Waters. So yeah, man, pretty cool. Not my cup of tea, but I mean, you got to appreciate the marketing and the rollout for some certain shoes. Killswitch says mine came scuffed, sadly. Do you know what? To be fair, there is a couple like glue bits where the midsole sits, so it's not perfect. Like the QC is not perfect, but way better than I was expecting just because of the materials. I thought this sort of nubuck, it's very easy to show up scuffs and stuff like that. Yeah, I've even got like a couple scuffs here and there. However, because of the colorway, yeah, I've even got like a big scuff here actually. It doesn't show up too much. Like, I know I'm making excuses, but at the same time, it's worse. Right, Hass has just joined the chat room. Let's get him on. Where are we? Yes, Hass. Bro, what's going on with that, bro?
Do you know what? I don't know what's going on with my camera at the moment.
Oh, man.
I'm trying to sort it out. So a bit of a technical issue going on with my camera at the moment. Yeah, man. I
what was you using last week? Was it the iPhone last week?
No, that was the week before. But I had a photography job on this week, so obviously I tweaked the settings on my camera. So yeah, I might have to just connect my iPhone on there. So you might have to kick me out, and then I'll come back in with my iPhone.
No worries, but I'll hide you on the stream anyway, and then just join back. Yeah.
Wicked.
Nice one. Yeah, James says, I've seen a few. I'm surprised at the quality. Straps just ain't it for me. Just ain't for me, but they're really nice in hand. You know what, bro? It's one of those things. Like, it's either gonna be for you or it's not. For me, and like Hass as well, he's gonna obviously talk about it. It's nostalgia, man. Like this whole shoe, especially like London, like I'll speak about it in the video, in the unboxing video, but this sneaker at one time, it was either these or Air Force Ones, like had the whole streets. That's all that was people like, that's what people were wearing. I'd say early 2000s. There were no like Jordan 1s at that point in the UK, really. Like only if you knew, you knew. Air Max was obviously a thing, like 90s, 95s and so on. But majority of the time, it was this shoe and the Air Force One. Obviously other shoes as well. But, bro, yeah, it was like the black and blue colorway. There were so many colorways that people rocked. But 9 times out of 10, you and your mates were wearing the same colorway. Like, and you felt like Power Rangers, you know, with the same shoe on. It was weird. Yeah, Kill Switch, bro. I did not know he was wearing a beanie. It's like that Spider-Man meme, you know, we were just pointing at each other. Frederick, what's happening, bro? Welcome. Beanie Broskis. Hey, that's a shout. The Beanie Broski podcast. Hey. Foam, salute, bro. Salute. Welcome. But yeah, we do have another shoe to unbox live. I haven't actually opened them yet. And it's actually a shoe to go back maybe, I don't know, 3 or 4 episodes ago where we spoke about it. So I'm not going to spoil it too much. And I really want to, I think Hass is back. Is Hass back? Yes. Hass, you here, bro?
I think I've done something to it. So hopefully it will stay on now. But
okay.
Yeah, man, I see you've got the Cortezes there.
Man.
Oh.
What are you saying, bro? Have you looked at them? Have you opened them up? Like, what's the vibe, look, man?
I've not only looked at them, I've put them on feet, and I've had to put on the 3M laces on one of the shoes as well. So, wow. I mean, if I can show you. So yeah, not this one. Yeah, it is this one. Sorry. Yeah.
Bro, first of all, sorry, Has first of all, bro, please tell me you got the goodies that I got as well, the extra goodies.
No, bro, I didn't get nothing.
No, you didn't get no bag or nothing.
So Killshot told me about the stuff that came with his, and I was fully expecting some stuff to come with it. Looking in the box, nothing.
Oh, bro, that's annoying, man.
Yeah, did yours come in the box or was it separately?
Yeah, it came in the box. It was like a big box, obviously cardboard, but it wasn't nothing special. Don't get me wrong, but it was just like, wow, I didn't expect that. It was just this sort of, what do you guys call this? Like a tote bag, innit?
It's a tote bag, yeah.
Yeah, so it's basically a Corteiz tote bag, which is obviously pretty cool. One for the yuppies, you know, they love a tote bag. And then this sort of ski mask, which was sick. It's like,
I think that's a belly. I think you should have started the show with the belly on. You just,
bro, I was tempted. I was actually tempted. I did try it on in the unboxing video, and I just looked like I was wearing a condom, so it wasn't happening. But bro, that's a collector's item, man. You know, like that is pretty cool.
Yeah, that is quite cool, to be fair.
And then you got that bit as well. There's a few messages on these as well, which is so cool, man. Like this one, for example, it says the world wages war against those who defy the status quo. They ostracize those who realize the truth and exercise their right to freedom. You are not alone. Corteiz rules the world, bun the rest. Like there's a couple little and even like this sticker as well. Something like that, you know.
So bro, all I got with mine was that.
Oh, okay. What's that? A sticker as well? Yeah, I did not expect anything. I was like, what the hell? Like
that, bro.
Yeah.
It's just a Corteiz sticker with the skull and bones. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, mine's like University of Corteiz or something. It's weird. It's a weird
yeah, you did all right, bro.
Bro, I deserved it, man, after the
the bloody fair, I'm not too fussed about not getting the extras with it, but after I was told today that there was a few extras and stuff, I was like fully expecting it, and when my box came, I was like, no, I was like, Clint, you did me dirty, bro. If you wanted this, you did me dirty, man. Seriously.
Bro,
it's all good, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Do you know what though? Like, let's go back to the release. Obviously, that was it Thursday night, wasn't it? I think it was Thursday or Friday night.
It was Friday night.
Yeah, Friday night, 7 p.m. Obviously, the word sort of spreads. like what the password was about, what, 20, 30 minutes beforehand. I tried to get in, like kept tapping in, and it said, obviously, you're logged out. You're not allowed to do it until closer to the time, basically. And then I logged in with the password, which was Gully Gray or something?
Gully Gray.
Gully Gray, yeah. So, yeah, logged in about a minute beforehand and then got in, quickly checked out, realized that I could get the T-shirts and I didn't want to chance it this time. So I bought the shoes, obviously paid the £5 shipping, then went back again, got the T-shirt, which hasn't arrived yet, and then had to pay another £5 for the shipping, which I weren't too mad at least I got something. Yeah, how was your experience copping, bro? What was it saying?
Yeah, I got in about minute to 7 because I couldn't wait. I was like too impatient. So I thought, let me get in. And I was out at the time as well. I was out with a friend. I was having a meal. I was like, bro, give me 5 minutes. I just need to cop these shoes and then I'll be with you. There's like dead silence in it. And he's watching me like on the phone now, innit? It's like, take your time. Yeah. Just don't mess it up. I'm like, yeah, cool. But I think there was some sort of glitch at the time. It kept on throwing me off, then coming back in, throwing me off, coming back in. Luckily, it took me to the payment section and I managed to cop a pair. So by 3 minutes past 7, I was out and I was done. I didn't go for anything else. I didn't go for any garms or anything.
Yeah.
I would have, but it's only because I didn't want to sort of dilly-dally, waste time and then get booted off.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole point of us was to actually get the shoes first and foremost. And we all know that, you know, what happened with you and the chlorophylls because you was trying to put a couple of socks in and whatnot. And then, you know, it just went a bit right, innit?
Yeah. No, it's good that you didn't risk it. And it's good I went for the shirt after. Like, I even tried to double up with the size, getting a half a size down just in case. But yeah, the fit is definitely like an Air Force One. Like, they did mention it on their story on the Instagram, how you should go with your Air Force One sizing, which is half a size down to most, which is the same with me. There is a bit of room, but it's not unwearable. It's like just wear a thicker sock and it's all good. You know, how's the sizing for you, bro? Did you go true to size or?
I went TTS, bro. I tried them on and like a glove, bro.
Nice.
Perfect. Yeah, it was perfect. Nice and snug, the way I like it. Minimal space. Well, I say minimal, but just enough space on the toe box. Yeah. For me, it was perfect, man. True to size. Those of you with wide feet, I think maybe you'll be all right, but I think just maybe half a size, the drill. But perfect, man. Bro, do you know what? I opened the box and I was catching feels, man. I've never like it's weird when a shoe makes you feel that way, when you get memories flooding back. Like I was taken back to the 90s. Yeah, I was taken back to the 90s. I remember the hype and how the shoes made me feel back then, and I was getting all those feelings back again today. I was like the happiest man. Like for me, I was like the happiest man alive today, you know, with the straps and everything, you know, with oh man, it was just perfect, man. Perfect. It's like Clint's done a good job on these. I'm glad he's picked Huaraches for his next project. And you know what? I'm gonna try and grab the other colorways as well. I want to grab all three because for me, this is like not only nostalgia, it's like history as well for me and a bit of my sort of childhood. So perfect job, man. Perfect job.
Yeah, no, it's true. I mean, for me, it's more like early 2000s. That's when I was old enough to appreciate the shoe and obviously get a pair for myself. But I mentioned it earlier before you jumped on, like the nostalgia this shoe brings, especially for London. Like I can't speak for anywhere else. It was like a time in your life where you're just like, everyone was wearing them at one point. This was like the Jordan 1 over here before the Jordan 1 was a thing over here. It was either these or Air Force Ones, you know, like, yeah, we had Air Max here and there and stuff like that, obviously, but I can't remember a time, back then where literally every single person in school was wearing this shoe. Like, you would be rocking the same colorway and didn't even care. You know what I mean? You rocked up like
it was
a boy band.
Crazy, man. Everyone wanted these shoes. Like, our parents hated us, you know what I mean? Because we was like, Mom, I need these shoes. Mom, I need these shoes. That was on top of your wanted list, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
No, man, I remember the hype back in the day, and you know, everyone wore their shoes back then as well. Everyone wore their shoes. It wasn't like nothing like, oh, I'm gonna put it here and save it, whatnot. You know, we busted those shoes. You know, the flaps were flying around. You know, we used to
used to cut off and everything, innit? Used to get cut off.
Oh my god, it was crazy, man. We used to So as you can see, I'm so hyped. Honestly, like it's just like for me, it's the perfect way to end the year for me on these. Like we were speaking before, and I was saying how I've managed to get pretty much everything that was on my list this year, maybe a bit more as well. But these are like, you know, if I don't manage to copy anything else for the rest of the year, I'm happy. I'm done. You know, this is it for me, sort of thing. So yeah, man, Clint, like I said, great job, man.
Yeah, I think Trance, there is a black colorway actually as well, and a white colorway. I'm gonna try and get it on now, just to show you what's up next. Basically, this could be, to be fair, it could be after the 95s. We don't even know. Like this sneaker, this release threw everyone off because we were all expecting, you know, the 95 black and yellow. But when this came out, it was like, whoa, like we saw leaked images and stuff beforehand. Don't get me wrong, but it was just a matter of timing with the release of like, when is it coming out? Is it coming out and stuff? So yeah, these are the 3 colorways. Obviously, we've had the gray, the gully gray. The black was the one I really wanted to come out first, but in a sense, I know that sneaker, that colorway is going to get really dirty very quickly, because if it's the same material, like the Nubuck, very nice Nubuck, you got to take some care of it. That's all I'm saying. And then this sort of white cream, which is nice. But yeah, I'd rank the black, then the gray, then the white. That's what you're saying on the 3 colorways in terms of like rankings and stuff.
Yeah, look, white's obviously giving me like summertime vibes. You know, definitely one for the summer, but it'll have to go third on the list, unfortunately, because it's not one that you can rock, you know, like 24/7, 365 days a year sort of thing.
Yeah.
For me, I'm loving the grey vibes. It goes nice. I think the grey goes better with the camo, to be honest. It's got that sort of, I don't know, that camo feel. I don't know. But yeah, I'd have to say wearability overall, I think the black has to be number 1, simply because you can wear it anytime. Like with the greys, as much as I think the greys are my favorite colorway aesthetically.
Okay.
But the black, for me, the wearability, the fact that you can wear it any time of the year, hopefully it's not all suede Nubuck. I think that edges it for me on that basis, to be fair. But yeah, man, all 3 are fire. It'll be nice, like I said, if we can get like some leather synthetic maybe on the black, that'd be perfect, man. Those are ones that you're going to be rocking 24/7 when the weather's a bit, you know, crusty outside.
Yeah, it's true. Kill switch, just to say, there is camo with all of them in the sock liner, which is cool. I think there was a certain Huarache where I wore heavily around 24, 25, like my age, like 5-6 years ago, basically. I can't remember the actual name of this Huarache. It was a very different one. It was literally like a low version of this without the strap. I don't know, Has, can you remember this certain Huarache, bro? It was like a literal low version of this shoe. But yeah, I literally had 2 pairs, wore them both to the ground.
Was it the black one with the grey hits on there?
I can't remember, man. It was a certain name of the Huarache, though. I don't know if you can remember the name.
I think it was just the bog standard. Well, not bog standard, but I think it was the Air Trainer, but it didn't have the sort of ankle support like these ones.
I'll find it. I'll find the name and then put it up. But yeah, I just remember all black, bro. I just rinsed them hard. Like I love them. Kill Switch is saying the greys for him. Bro, this colorway is so unique as well. That's what I like about it. And the 3M, the camo goes very nice, and obviously the gum hits with the grey just goes so well.
The grey on these remind me of the J4 course grey, if you know what I mean.
And the wet cements recently.
And the wet cements recently as well. So it's really nice grey. It's not like dull grey, but it's really nice grey. You can see, like, just looking at it now, it's just like, it's just really nice to the touch as well. I mean, it's smooth as you like. It is smooth as you like. but it's just really nice with that gum sole, sort of gum toe area here as well, and on the heel tab. It just goes so well, man.
How's your QC, bro?
Bro, QC is perfect. Like, apart from, you know, if you look hard enough, you'll see where the glue join's up there, on the medial and the lateral. Yeah, there's no problems on mine whatsoever. I checked the other one as well, no problem as well. So yeah, mine is cool, man. And also what I like is you get two dog tags as well, which is quite cool. You get one on each shoe, and I had to put the 3M laces on this. I haven't obviously worn it at night time, but for me, the 3M laces better quality than the normal laces that come with it. And obviously, if you're out at night time as well, you'll get the 3M hits on there. It's just like, you know what? It's perfect. It's perfect in every way for me. Yeah, it's not going to be to most people's taste. Maybe the young generation won't appreciate these shoes as much as we do, but for us OGs, 90s, 2000s, you know, it's one that, you know, we was always sort of yearning for. So yeah, man. Yeah,
it was way overdue. Like this specific iteration to the Huarache. Like I know we've had sort of retros to the low, like the new, was it the Huarache Runner recently? But yeah, I think I wanted to actually touch on the price as well. From Rishab, big up your comment, bro. 185 for them is way too much. Actually, what was it? 190.
190 plus £5 shipping. So yeah.
What do you make of that, bro? What do you make? Like I was expecting a madness because it's a collab, and yeah, there's always going to be little hits and nods
look
with it.
The Huaraches, you're never paying more than sort of 145, let's say, at most. But they're not necessarily collabs, are they? How many, apart from your Stussies and maybe a couple of other collaborations, you haven't got many Nike Huarache collaborations. So the fact that Corteiz is on these, you know, I think it was always going to be sort of that price range, you know, and for what you're getting as well, for what he's created, might never be created again, especially from someone like Corteiz, London based. So yeah, I can totally understand the prices. Don't forget, look, we're paying at the moment for some Jordan 1s or Jordan 4s are going for 190, Jordan 3s going for 190, 210 even. You know, we paid 210 for the Amamanier collaboration, you know. And for me, these ones are on a different stratosphere to the ones to let's say the Jordan 3 Amamaniers, you know, and we've paid 210, 220 for those. So I happily paid it, you know, because for me, I see it as being worth it. But like I said, other people, other generations might think I'm never going to pay that much for it. Doesn't really mean anything to me. It doesn't resonate with me. So, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, for me, it was more about paying the premium for the collaboration, but also the sort of timed, like limited vibe to it, because you're not going to get as much love in an Air Trainer Huarache as this, bro. Like, not even, like, who else is going to be touching a collab with an Air Trainer Huarache apart from someone like Clint, like Corteiz? I can't see it all happening. So bro, for me to pay that,
it's a ballsy move.
Yeah,
it's a ballsy move. And you know, for me, look, it's also like a London thing as well, though, bro. It's
that's it.
It's about the history and you know, and everything else that comes with it. You know, like the blending of like the colors and stuff as well. That's an extra for me. But to actually have the silhouette in hand is just amazing, man. But yeah, like also for me, it screams individuality, because this sets you apart from a lot of other sort of the young generation, should I say, or people who are starting out or entered into the culture. You know, this sort of sets you out from other people. It's like, oh, you know, what are those then? Like, you know, what era are those from? You know, people
it's different, isn't it? Yeah.
No, you know what I mean? So yeah, for me, it's more than that. It's more than that, you know. So it's not like for me, it's a movement, man. It's a movement. Like Corteiz is a movement, like embedded in the culture at the moment. So, you know, what they've done is, you know, collaborating with Nike. I think it just speaks to us all, you know what I mean? To all of us that are deeply embedded in this community, in this culture. So, you know, when I wear these, or when I will wear these, or when you'll wear these, you know, you are feeling like you're part of that community and what the values of that community are. You know, the authenticity, the creativity, and everything else. Is, you know, it just makes it more than just like a fashion statement. It's more than just fashion.
Yeah.
So
no, I agree, man. Like even the whole mission statement of the brand, like the whole logo with Alcatraz. I saw an interview with him saying it's the reason behind that logo is because some people are like, so they imprison themselves like mentally, where they stop themselves from achieving what they want to achieve, or starting off something new, like a different dream or like challenge in life and stuff like that. And like I said, like all the little messages that other stuff came with, it resonates with myself, with the brand, with London culture as well. Like I said, I can't speak for other places in terms of what this sneaker will mean to them. It may have been as popular as it was in London at one point, but it's kind of like the whole brand with the sneaker makes it extra special, because the brand is very much London, LUN, DUN. That's how Clint always says it. It's just very like it draws you in. Like there's so many collaborations over the years where you feel a part of that brand. You've seen it grow literally from nothing, and you're like, wow, yeah, I need everything they're dropping or close to, and I'm willing to pay over the odds here and there because I believe in the brand so much and what it means to the sneaker culture or fashion culture. So yeah, it's nice to see. It's refreshing. That's why I'm personally excited for a shoe like this. And yeah, it's crazy, man. Not everyone's gonna get it, and that's fine. Like a lot of shoes I don't get, but people will swear by, worship, you know, and that's just how it is. So
I think also when we say London, it's not like we're not saying like Huaraches are a London thing or whatever. You know, obviously it was at the time, it was at the height of, you know, the must-have footwear item, this, that, and the other. That's why, you know, Corteiz, Clint being a London-based designer and everything else, you know, reflects that upon us being from London as well. Reflects that whole era of growing up and having these Air Trainer Huaraches and stuff. So we're not saying Huaraches are exclusively a London thing. We know that.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's because he's released it sort of thing, you know, is the fact that it embodies us all, if you know what I mean, in London. So, yeah.
Right, just before we get into some of the comments, I want to show something, So obviously this is my story for everyone that was asking about the 3M. What happened here? So yeah, 1 second, broskies. Let me go back to my story. But I wanted to show who liked it. Yeah? Hold on. Check this. Who's that? Clint 419. London. So obviously he's probably seen hundreds of pictures like this like over the last 48 hours, but you know, he's showing love in it. He's showing love at the end of the day. And the funniest thing is, we spoke about this shoe, this collab, a couple streams ago, and it was like the rollout was perfectly timed. Like you can't even make it up. Like from when we was pouring our heart out about the shoe and about the collaboration, like, oh, we've seen sneak peeks about the shoe and leaked images, and if he does bring it out, it's going to be crazy. And then literally like a week later, there's leaked images or leaked videos of him showing, you know, leading up to the release, and it's just like, wow, man, like you couldn't have timed it any better, bro. So yeah,
it's almost like he was watching, and it's like, right, let's press that release button. So yeah, man, big up to Clint, man. He's doing a lot of good things at the moment. But yeah, I'm still annoyed about not getting my belly and everything else. So yeah.
Yeah, Clint, hit him up, bro. Hit him up. Come on. So let's go through the comments just a little. So just going back a little bit, Trance is saying, looks nice with the Broski backdrop. You plan that. See, I've been a fan of camouflage from years ago. Like, that's how I've come up with my logo. It has camouflage on it. And yeah, I've always loved camouflage themed and sneakers and stuff like that. So, but this sneaker to have it on there, amazing, man. Stringer's saying Waffle Air Max thoughts. I think it's the Air Max Plus one.
Week.
Yeah, we spoke about it last week. Yeah. We might touch on it, the new colorways that have resurfaced, but
the triple black we can talk about.
Yeah, we can talk about those. And then yeah, Spiros. Clint is going all in with the Huarache trainers, and we'll be doing other versions of the silhouette next year. Yeah, it's going to be a good time, man. Not to rub it in, Hass, but Killswitch says, with the extras, I don't mind. Tote bag would be 15 at minimum, and the Bally's priceless.
Yeah, the Bally's priceless, man. Do you know what? Out of everything, I was looking forward to getting the Bally because, look, it's all good, man. It's all good.
Yeah, it's not, bro. I tried it. I'm gonna pull it. I'll make sure I'm gonna leave that in the unboxing because I look like a right knob. But I tried it on. I was like, nah. It's one of those things you'll never wear, but it just looks sick to have. But yeah. So Jamie's asking, how are you guys rocking the strap? That is a very good question. Hass, what are you saying? What are you thinking? Strapped on or strapped off?
Do you know what? Back in the day, I used to have it off and just like. I used to have it out of the loop, so I'll show you how I used to have it.
Yeah, mine's the same, bro. I used to have it like that, literally like that, innit?
It was literally just like that.
Yeah. 1 second.
So it's just like that.
Just dangling, isn't it? Yeah.
Just dangling like that. That's how I used to have it. I'm grown up now, obviously, so I might just be a good boy and just have it through the loop. But yeah.
My thing though, my sort of pet peeve with that, as much as it looked the best, it used to always catch on the laces, and the laces used to fray. That used to jar me. So I don't know how I'm gonna figure that one out, but yeah, I'll probably leave it unstrapped just because it looks the coolest. And eventually it will start flapping too much where you're gonna want to strap it back on. But for me,
if you're doing some running in those, then it's gonna be annoying, but I doubt we're doing much of that these days, so I think we should be okay. But back then, we was kicking around, the plastic balls and stuff like that. So
yeah, them floaters.
The floaters, the flyaways, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah. So James is saying must be a London thing. Do you know it is? But at the same time, I'm pretty sure this sneaker got love from other places too, man. But like I said, I obviously from London initially. Grew up in London, North and East London. That's the shoe that was always on people's feet. Like because I grew up in Hackney at first, but then North London, but then I moved to Walthamstow, which is East London. So I've seen all those sort of parts of London where everyone in school and everything.
Are you copying me?
What's that?
I'm exactly the same. Hackney must have been a Turkish thing. Who knows? But, yeah,
man. Well, you're in South now, isn't it? Or what?
I'm South now, so I'm trying to do all four, so North, South, East, West. I've just got West left, so but I was going to say, I mean, look, the shoe's got a mention on the Complex show as well. If you guys don't watch that, watch Complex. Joe LaPuma mentioned it. He's sort of a fan of the shoes as well, so it might be a London thing for us, but it is sort of worldwide,
Yeah, it's true. Snake 6 waiting for the Corteiz knife. Oh man, I can't wait for those. That's all I'm saying as well. James makes a very good point. He says each area before Instagram had their own trainer wave, and it's so true. Like especially up north, it was 110s. Like that was their thing. They made the whole 110s. Yeah, Liverpool. That's their.
They even have like days where they sell 95s for 110.
Yeah, exactly.
They'll do that now.
Exactly. I mean, each part of the UK, especially, is like it was kind of known for different types of shoes. Man. I mean, now it's just all over the place. Everyone just rocks what they want, and it's fine. Like it's just a part of your individuality, wearing what you want. James also says, sorry, 1 second. I know no one in my in and around my area was wearing them back in 2000s. I get your nostalgia feel, but I think they're more of a London thing back in the day.
100.
Yeah.
100.
That's what we're kind of saying. So
Yeah.
it's not going to be for everyone, obviously. But yeah, man, big up the chat. Keep them coming. And yeah, bro, I know you're just waiting to wear them. Like, you just can't wait, innit? You're just like, yep. What can I wear them with?
I was tempted today. I went out shopping with a wife, and I was like, should I just quickly lace up, take them out? I thought, nah, they, deserve to be out on a better occasion, sort of thing. So, no, I am gonna have them on feet very soon. I'll be doing some photos for my Instagram as well, so make sure you check that out when that happens. But yeah, in a nutshell, it's been a good week, man. We was talking about people having their orders cancelled as well. Because, I know Killshot, who's in the chat, who's watching the show. He mentioned that other people had some cancelled, and he got his one a day early yesterday. So me and Erkin were like sweating a little bit. It's like, oh, are we gonna get like a cancellation or something? But no, it was all sweet.
Yeah. Even on my Instagram, on the their story, it was like it weren't cancelled. It was going back to Corteiz. So it's like they've had the order, it's gone through, but for some reason DPD or whoever they've used is taking it back to Corteiz. So it's like you're doing me dirty even more, because you're giving me hope, and then it's like, it's like it's right there and you're taking it back.
Yeah, so, dangling the carrot in front. Like, yeah.
Honestly. That's why for me, I never I try to never show off what I've bought unless I've got them in hand. But this time around, I was like, nah, I've got to share it, because I put up the password to everyone where I could on Instagram at least 20-30 minutes beforehand, and then everyone was like, oh, it's not working. I was like, just wait literally a minute or two before 7 and it should work. So I had at least 5 people.
I just realized I called Kill Switch Killshot. Killshot's a cool name as well. Come on, let's be real. Yeah. Killshot's a good one as well. I'd love to kill Switch, man.
He's about to do it again. That's cool again. But yeah, I had at least 5 people message me saying, bro, thanks a lot. Thanks to you, I copped. So yeah, it was a good rollout initially, man. Was you tempted through like any other bits and bobs, or was it just the shoes?
No, it was just the mission was get the shoes, because it's one of those ones where you're dicing a little bit, innit? You want to get some other bits and pieces as well, but then you're like, I've been there all too many times where you go in for something and then it's like, boom, you kicked out, size is gone, or whatever. So the mission was to get the shoes. I can always go back for the garms at some point. Garms are always going to be there. I know sometimes the garms are more exclusive to the shoe when they come out, like we saw with the Pata, the chlorophylls, and with the Corteiz Huarache. Yeah, man, that was the sole mission, was to get the shoes. That was it.
Oh, what did you think about the tracksuit? Like the jacket was $250. I think the bottoms were like another $250 or something. I was like, whoa! And he's been getting a bit of flack online. I've seen it where some of the Twitter accounts are like £500 for a Nike tracksuit. What the hell is going on? And then he's hit back saying it's not just a tracksuit, basically, kind of thing. And I was like, fair play, man, fair play. But yeah, what did you think about the pricing?
You know what? At any given time, that the pricing at the moment in the current climate, I get it. People a bit strapped for cash as well these days with what's going on and stuff. So I do get it. Like £500 for a tracksuit is a lot of money. But at the same time, Clint sort of sticking to his guns because he believes in his clothing. He believes in his brand and stuff. Is also refreshing to see. It's refreshing to see that he's actually come out and addressed, the pricing and everything else. For me, if it's too expensive and you can't afford it, then fine. You can't afford it. Don't go for it. If you can, then go for it. Yeah. So many things in my life where I want to get this or that. It's too much, so I don't bother. I'm not going to moan about it. It is what it is. That's the price. But I will say, Corteiz, with his clothing, it is of the highest quality. I will say that. Bro,
James makes a really good point, but people won't bat an eyelid. paying £500 plus for Travis. Exactly. The thing is, though, no matter what brand you've made or have or collab with, like whoever else you collab with, there's always going to be something. There's always going to be something that people are going to nitpick over or moan about or just try and pick apart, whether it is the price, the color, or the sizes that you offer, or the fit, or like, why don't you do this instead? Or, you know what I mean? Like, there's always going to be something. And when it's an independent brand, it's even worse.
That's like you shop in, let's say, at Lidl's, right? And you buy everything. You know, don't get me wrong, Lidl's brilliant, but then you go to like sort of Marks and Spencer's, and you're like, oh, that's a bit much. You know, I'm not going to pay that. But when you go to Marks and Spencer's, you expect that, right? Because you expect a step up in quality. So it's same principles, really. You know, if you shop in from Primark, you know what you're getting. But then if you shop in from, you know, specialized fashion brands or whatever, you also know what you're getting and how steep the price is going to be. So, you know, hence why it's not out in the open market. And if you know, you know. So, yeah,
that's it. I'm not justifying the price because obviously,
of course,
it's all subjective, but you get what you pay for 9 times out of 10. You're paying a premium because of its exclusivity. You're paying because it's different. Like the piping and the 3M on it was sick. No one's forcing you to buy it. Like if you don't want to buy it or if it's too much for you, then that's just move on. Like just go and buy a tech fleece or something. You know what I mean?
Same thing with like I mostly buy Para or Pata because I love the quality, the brand, what they're about, and I'm happy to pay that money, which is you know a bit more than your average sort of t-shirt or jumper or jacket or whatever, because the quality is amazing. You know, I have Pata jackets that I know will last me for years and years, you know, because the quality is amazing, you know. So it's you get what you pay for. You get what you pay for at the end of the day, and you know you can't expect him to be putting out tracksuit bottoms for like 50 quid, you know, with all the detailing that he's got on there and everything else, and the quality of the materials and stuff. It's not going to happen, you know. There's a reason why this guy is successful and he's built his brand up from bottom to where he is now. So, you know, fair play to him, and fair play to him for addressing everyone as well.
Yeah, he's in terms of marketing, like I can't remember a brand from anywhere, like let alone UK, to get as much attention from doing things as different as he does. Like there was a point where as he was building up the brand, he'd do these things where people would come and swap out their North Face jackets or Canada Goose jackets for a Corteiz jacket. And that's the only way you could get it. Not pay hundreds and hundreds for it. You can only swap out these sort of higher end brands at the time for his stuff. That's how exclusive and sort of like limited this stuff was. Like you couldn't even get it online or anything like that. It was literally drops where he'd turn up with a truck full of merch and do stuff like that, you know. And when the Air Max 95s came along, that was the pinnacle. That was the time where everyone started taking note and realizing, whoa, okay, it's not just merchandise here, it's bigger stuff. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, fair play, man.
Makes it more exclusive as well. It makes people want it more as well. You know, it's clever. It is clever, I'll give it that, you know, because if it's available to everyone, if it's on the cheap, then everyone will have it.
Yeah.
But you know, the fact that he believes that everyone believes in him and his clothing, he can dictate the price that he wants to, you know, to market them as, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's, you know, like Kill Switch said, you know, people act like they're being forced to buy it. No one's forcing you to buy it, you know. Like I said, I want a Lamborghini Murcielago, whatever it is, you know, but I know that I can't have it. It's the way of life, you know what I mean? So
not yet.
It's all good, man.
Exactly, man. Yeah, cool, man. Look, we'll move on. We've spent a great deal of time talking about this shoe, rightly so, because for us it means a lot, like this whole shoe and release in general. Obviously it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. It's not going to resonate with a lot of people, which is fine. Like that's the game, you know, the sneaker game. But Hasbro, is there any little releases that you picked up or any drops that you picked up during the week, or I can see you. I can see right behind you, but you know, talk to the people.
I don't know what you're talking about, but you know, let's go. Let's talk about what was on feet today. So on feet today we had Vomero 5s designed Japan. These were on feet today.
Nice.
Just, you know, shopping with the missus and stuff, it can be long, and you need to have something comfortable on feet. But these, banging, absolutely one of the best pickups this year, comfort wise, aesthetically. Big bold Nike swoosh on there as well. Man, these are, if you can find the pair, and if you're into your comfort shoes, you like your Vomeros, these are a bit different, or I'd say very different than your usual standard Vomero 5. So yeah, these are, I'm really happy with these ones. Absolutely amazing. So those were what were on feet today. And I don't know what Erkin was talking about, but I think he must have been talking about these. So
what are they?
Address the elephant in the room then, shall we? Yeah. So these, a long time grail of mine, which I thought I would never, ever own. Simply because at the time it was, you know, declared that it was super limited. Only those in the know in the industry had these pairs, and that was it. So to have copped not one but two of these, amazing. One of which I sold today, but kept a pair for myself, personal pair. I'm absolutely delighted. You know, Wu-Tang, I'm a long time sort of fan of Wu-Tang from back in the day. What they mean for the culture, for the hip-hop community, the hip-hop culture as well. At the time, I'm a massive hip-hop head. These shoes, again, just like the Huaraches, it brings back a lot of memories for me growing up. And I'm just really stoked that I've actually got these in hand now and on feet, hopefully soon as well. So some of you might be wondering at the moment, how comes he's got black laces on there, this, that, and the other? Look, I do lace swaps. It's my thing. At the moment, I've got black SB laces in there. I just wanted to see what it looked like with the fat laces. Doesn't look too bad, to be honest, but I honestly think if you think that the yellows are a bit much, the black just tones it down a bit. You can have normal flat laces if you want. Obviously, I've got SBs on here. I just think it tones it down and overall gives it a better look on the shoe as well. So, yeah, again, no quality issues with mine. Absolutely perfect on both. The quality on these are insanely good. I don't mean like, you know, they're sort of on the Amamanier level or anything. It's a step up from your usual highs, usual dunk highs. Quality leather on both sides, everywhere. The toe box, amazing quality leather. Obviously, you've got the stitching there as well with the Wu-Tang logo on the lateral, and then you got the Wu-Tang logo on the tongue there as well. Talking of the tongue, it is your standard sort of Nike Dunk high tongue, sort of thin padded tongue. Comfort wise, again, it's Dunk high, you know, nothing special, nothing, no air unit in there or anything, but these are incredible to have in hand. And you know what, I'll cherish these for as long as I'm alive, because I don't think these will ever be retroed again. Hopefully not. If they are, they are. But I think this one was for the OGs out there, the OG heads, the hip hop heads, everyone who thought they might not ever get a pair in their hands, and blessed to have these finally. And yeah, just what an amazing shoe.
Yeah, bro, it's kind of like that thing I was saying. Certain shoes are not for everyone. This shoe's not my bag, but I really enjoy seeing everyone that really like the shoe, love the shoe, get the shoe. You know, like it's one of them shoes where you see it and you're like, wow, okay. And then you think, okay, they'll never be released to the public or stuff like that. But when you see it come around, you're like, all right, I get it now. I get the storytelling. I get the whole vibe of the shoe. The marketing was really well done. Obviously, hip hop tying in with sneakers has always been a thing. But when a sneaker like this comes around, yeah, the community is whoever liked the shoe, or hold it as that grail status, you know, like I'm glad a lot of people got it. And it looked like there was enough pairs to go around most of the time to get people get them.
You know, I'll say this, there were a lot of pairs that went around, and they had to, because of how super limited these were back in the day. They couldn't exactly just release another 5,000, because then it's like, well, I might as well not bother, because, you know, 5,000, you know, what's that going to do? But I'm glad they released enough pairs. I'm aware that not everyone got a pair as well.
Yeah.
However, at this moment in time, I think what is going in favor for people that haven't managed to cop is the fact that dunk highs aren't really in demand at the moment like they used to be. So there's a lot out there for a decent price, you know, between 170, depending on sizes, 170, 200 is the price mark at the moment. So if anyone really wanted a pair, you know, you'd be paying at most, what, £50 above retail, which isn't much for a shoe of such significance. So, you know, but like the way I like to describe these shoes is like they're a cultural artifact, you know, and it tells the story of like music and style and legacy, which is what Wu-Tang created, you know, from the branding to everyone else, everything else, you know, everyone knows the Wu-Tang sign. Everyone knows, you know, even if he wasn't from that era, everyone knows the Wu-Tang sign. So yeah, man, it's a must-have for anyone who's a fan, anyone who's a part of the culture, hip-hop, sneaker culture. I just think it's one of those ones that it's a piece of history, and you know, you can showcase that history if you want. So yeah,
that's it, man. That's it. Did you see the Offspring sort of party that they did?
Yeah, the Reelease? Oh man,
that's cool, man.
Jazzy Jeff was DJing, I believe.
Yeah, that's it.
And they basically gave everyone a USB of the playlists before, when they first went in, and everything else. And I'm not sure, but people may have had a chance to actually cop the shoes when they were there, because there were loads of people with bags, and the box looked like the actual Wu-Tang.
Yeah, I think they did. I'm not sure. They must have paid for them, obviously, but
yeah, they must have paid for them. But
it was cool to see them actually get them kind of early, I guess, than the regular.
Yeah,
release.
so it's like first dibs on the shoes, so to speak. So yeah, really cool to see. I just wish I would have went as well, but yeah.
Yeah, it's cool, man. There needs to be more stuff like that happening, you know, like
to be fair to Offspring, they do a lot of events and stuff, and they do a lot for the sneaker community. Their engagement with people from the community and the culture, I think, is great as well. They do a lot of good things, man. I've got nothing but good things to say about Offspring, and every time I've spoken to anyone that represents them, they've been top notch. So yeah, big kudos and big up to Offspring.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. It's not always been like my favorite retailer over the years, just because I didn't used to like the sort of cult that they used to create, especially early doors, you know, like off social media, where you have to make a certain post to be able to enter a raffle or some nonsense. And it's not so much that, because it's great, like you're being creative to enter a raffle to stop the bots and stuff, which is amazing, don't get me wrong. But when it's like they were doing things like you have to wear a certain pair of Jordans to buy this Jordan, and it's like, hold on, bro, like if this is my first Jordan, how am I gonna pick up the pair? It was things like that where I had a problem.
That's when you find out your friend, you're like, bro, I need to borrow your Jordan. Yeah.
They're 3 sizes too small, no problem.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'll get it on feet. It's all good. Just take the laces out. Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, they look like they've stopped all that now to the point where it's just normal. And I know there was a big hoo-ha about
it's
them
all more
stepping on boxes, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all more common sense now. So they run things like left door, right door. And it's all common sense stuff, you know. If you got anything about you, you'd sort of know what to do. But no, they're doing good things at the moment, bro. And I'm sorry about your experience, but I'd like to think they've moved on from that time. So you know,
I've never won from them, by the way.
They probably looked at your experience and thought, you know, how can we make it a better experience? So in a way, you might have helped them to grow.
Yeah, I've never won off them, but I really, I really like how they do with the like things they do with the community. Do you know what I mean? Like the little parties or just gatherings and stuff. Like without them, and obviously other brands and retailers, the sneaker community in the UK especially wouldn't be what it is. Like it's things like that. So
but
yeah, man.
About cops and stuff, there's a couple more that I've copped, but I won't go into too much detail. So as you guys know, a few weeks back I ran a poll, which winter sneaker should I go for. There was the P6000s, there was the Air Force Ones, there was I believe there a Dunk in there as well or something, or there was a couple more there was a couple more shoes in there. I think there was the Roams as well, but they hadn't come out yet. And in the end, what did I go for? None of those. We have gone for the P6000 Black Burgundy Crush, which is winterized. And so nice. I believe Kill Switch / Kill Shot also has a pair of these as well. Bro, I mean, these aesthetically look amazing, in my opinion. All black with the camo underneath, the overlays and stuff. Amazing. This is 3M'd up to the hilt. So at night, you're glowing like a glow stick, basically. It's all 3M hits all over. The laces are 3M as well. It's just winter ready, light as anything, comfy, all for the princely sum of £109.99. So,
wow.
To get a shoe of this quality, I bought this off the Nike app, and I'm really impressed. I've worn it 3 times already, and each time amazing. The comfort levels are amazing, as you would expect on a P6000.
Yeah.
But if you're thinking of buying something for the winter, honestly, go onto the Nike app and look out for this one, Black Burgundy Crush P6000, and you can't go wrong. Honestly, you can wear this with anything. So yeah, this was my other cop last week, and then just one more of note to tell you about are these bad boys here. So these are the triple black orange label black SB Dunk lows. Yes, I've changed the laces on them to orange to give it a bit of a pop, but these are absolutely beautiful in hand. I mean, look at that. That's just to show you on video doesn't even do these justice, but they're absolutely incredible. Like the leather quality on this is top notch. It's perfect. So for anyone into their SBs, these are available in all only through skate shops. So you can't find these on your Nike app or anything like that. But if you go onto the skate websites, let's say Route 1, Flat Spot, Welcome, all those sort of sites, you'll be able to get these. They're £109 again, £110. And I will say the quality on this is absolutely top notch, of the highest quality, as you'd expect from Orange Label. Orange Labels are always sort of the best quality. So yeah, these were the other cops. I got mine from Route 1 straight in hand on Monday last week. And yeah, the lads, luckily they saved me the last pair of 8.5s, and I picked up personally. So yeah, thank you to everyone from Route 1. And yeah, those were my cops of the week, to be honest. Amazing week.
Very nice, man. Jam-packed as always. Bro, my heart has just sank. Basically, I left a bid on StockX for Amamanier Freeze. Very low ball. It was like £140. And it's gone through. And I forgot to take it off. So I'm just like, nah, this is not what I wanted right now. I don't know why I even bidded.
We've all been there.
We've
all been there, bro.
Honestly. To be fair, all in, it's under 160 quid for the Amamanier free. So that is a very good deal.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I'm just very skeptical of the QC, to be fair. But yeah, my heart, when your heart sinks, and just like, yeah, I didn't expect that. Yeah, solid picks, man. I mean,
you need to keep an eye on your bids, people. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lesson. That's a lesson, honestly. Right, we're gonna do actually a cheeky live unboxing again. Like I said earlier on, we did speak about this shoe. Well, briefly, we didn't go over it too much, but it's a shoe that's very winterized as well. A bit similar to the P6000. And let's have a look. Okay, this is different. Look at that. It's all tiled. Can you guys see that?
Oh, wow.
It's got the Nike tile in there.
Love that. Love the swooshes on there.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah, it's basically Nike Zoom Vomero Rome. Black, and Racer Blue. Have a look at that tag. That's a different tag as well, so that's kind of cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man. I can't remember. Where did I get these from? I got them from Office. They did like 10 or 20% off. So,
what?
Yeah, I thought, why not? They didn't have all the colorways that you're interested in normally, but there was only going to be one colorway for this kind of shoe. Wow.
Oh, yes.
Bro. These look like the Vomero on steroids. Honestly, like even touching this bit, it's like spikes. Can you see that?
Jeez.
Crazy, bro. And it's got that obviously rubberized sort of feel to it, like the UGG protectors do. Some 3M on there with blue as well. Very nice.
Blue hits on that, honestly.
Yeah. And it's very similar to your P6000s as well with the utility style lacing. Yeah, love that. You can always swap it out if you want, but for me, that's cool, man. It tidies up the shoe a lot. Yeah, you got Vomero sort of brand in there. That's kind of cool. Blue on the insole. Very nice, man. I mean, a lot of people asking about this shoe. And yeah, it's for winter, bro. Honestly, it's so cool. So cool. No Gore-Tex or anything like that, but it's very similar to the Air Max 90 Drifts, if anyone sort of remembers that shoe recently. Yeah, it's crazy. You got kind of like the Magneto helmet thing going on here.
Oh yeah, that's sick.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man, very rugged. The midsole alone looks like business. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, crazy shoe. Obviously, review going to be coming this week, but thought I'd do a little live unboxing with you guys just to see this shoe, bro. Has, what are you saying, man? First thoughts? What's the feeling?
You know what? I mean, the triple blacks. I mean, I didn't expect them to look as good as they do, because for me, I think the first versions were the flax color, and
yeah,
I like my browns, you know, tan and all that. But these with the blue hits on there, honestly, these are like wear me with anything, anytime.
Yeah.
Even the outsole looks amazing.
Yeah, I was trying to look for my Vomeros, but they're next door. Definitely a sort of beefed up Vomero 5. Like
100%.
They're not even calling it Vomero 5, they're calling it Vomero Rome. So it's definitely a whole different sneaker entirely, which is cool, man. Very cool. It's different. It's different on like to anything on the market, but at the same time, it's very much like a running shoe, but winterized, you know, like the whole vibe of it. So,
yeah, I mean the midsole looks beefed up. Like it's maybe an inch bigger than your usual sort of Vomero 5s.
Yeah.
You know? And it's just, you can see it's got the aesthetics of the Vomero 5.
Yeah.
But just a bit bigger. It almost reminds me of the 90s Batmobile, if anyone remembers that.
Oh, yeah. It had a lot of circular stuff.
You know, when he presses the remote and the car goes into armor mode.
Yeah.
And it's just like, this is armorized sort of Vomero 5. Yeah, sick. I love it.
Yeah, these are nice, man. I think, what did they retail for? 155, I think, if I can remember rightly.
No, they were 164, I think, the Rome's.
164, okay. Let me double check, because I think that's probably what I paid. So yes, from Office, I paid 148. So yeah, it was about 10% off. Retail was 165. Yeah, you're right, bro. So yeah, not cheap, but I mean, very well made, very like rugged, definitely going to last you a few years. In the winter as well, like we know what it's like in the UK for weather, notoriously, even in the films and stuff, like Americans know. So yeah, this sneaker is definitely going to see you for a few through a few winters, bro. But yeah, the all black colorway was calling my name. Did want to sort of like dabble in the sort of other colorways that have been leaked. But yeah, you can't go wrong. Like similar to the P6000s, the all black or dark vibes to the colorway. It would have been nice though to have a bit of camo, like the P6000, like a pack. Do you know what I mean? Like black and camo.
Yeah.
And
That's what drew me to these P6000s as well, was the fact that, you know, you had the camo sort of print all over the shoe.
yeah.
I just think, and that dark burgundy crush, for me, the colors just blended so well. But
Yeah,
I mean, even these, like, it's amazing how light it is compared to, like, considering how well built it is, if you know what I mean. So
yeah, for the price as well.
Yeah, for the price as well. So for those that don't know, I think 2 weeks ago there was a shock drop on these, and I missed out on the shock drop. And they re-released them, or done an official release on the 5th of November, which is when I managed to cop them. So yeah, but the Vomero, those Roams look amazing. And for me, because I already have these in black, I'll be more inclined to sort of maybe go for the flax color, so sort of like wheat flax, just to have a bit of variation and stuff. So
they definitely feel heavier though. That's the only sort of trade-off. Like with the other Vomeros or the Vomero 5s, they're like feathers. Like they're so light, but these are defo. They got a bit more weight to them, you know, and that's fine because they're more rugged. They're built better. It's just in terms of breathability and the weight. That's the only trade-off I can see.
Any QC issues?
No, honestly, like very like even glue. You can see a little bit just because it's black. Like all black colorways always show glue and more. But it's only around the toe box, like in terms of this rubber bit, the Magneto helmet. Other than that, nothing, man, nothing. Like looks very well made. And yeah, for the price, obviously it's not cheap, but for what you're getting, you know, and if it's a shoe that's going to last you for years, it's worth taking a look at. And yeah, if you can get them even cheaper on sale, maybe 20% off, 25% off.
That's my next question was going to be, do we think that these are going to be hitting the sales rack come next month or January?
I think so, man. I think the way Nike are doing all these winterized shoes, not everyone's going to be drawn to like just one. P6000s, obviously, they're selling off shelves just because of how cheap they are and for what you're getting, and the colorway, obviously. So it is competing with shoes like the P6000 in a different price bracket. So yeah, you know how it goes. End of season sales, sneakers like this will always sit around then for maybe 20-25% off, which I don't blame. Yeah, I think wait December, January, pick them up if you want to wait that sort of to save that money, you know, that 20-25% off, man. You're laughing. Has, bro, we've seen. We'll talk because I haven't actually messaged you about this shoe, but for those in the chat who have seen it or who may have not seen it, there's a new Air Max on the block that has been leaked, and there's been a new Air Max come out this year that hasn't really taken off. I mean, there's been a few cool colorways, don't get me wrong, but it looks like Nike have moved on from this already. And for those who have seen it, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's these, bro. Has first thoughts on this sneaker, bro? Because I'm about to let rip, like, and I don't mean letting one off. Like, this is just. Anyway, you go, bro. Come on, let me know.
I don't know what to say, to be honest. I think we first saw the pictures of this with the white pair of someone getting out of the car, and then we had like the 8 bubbles underneath, like this one here. Bro, I just think they're milking it a bit, to be honest, with this one. I'm not a fan, if I'm being honest with you. It almost reminds me of, do you know the Ons with air bubbles? It's sort of like a rip-off of Ons, if you know what I mean. So no, for me, this is a easy pass for me. Easy pass.
Seamus says, how have they stuck a Yeezy onto some air bubbles, bro? I don't even know what to say, man. Like it looks like a Temu version, or I shouldn't say that, I've worked with them, an AliExpress version of the DNs. Like, and I know it's technically called DN8, but it looks like DH Gate, you know, like look at them, bro. It just, what were they thinking? Like, it might just be the fact of a different colorway might change my mind, or a collab, but
no, bro.
I can't see that happening, man. It looks like spider eyes are stuck onto the midsole.
Yeah, it does with the spider eyes. Yeah, the first thoughts on these were just why. That was the first thought. Why did we really need a DN8? You know, did we need? You know, I just think it's a bit too much, and I struggle to see where the market is for this shoe. It's not going to be for your enthusiasts. It's not going to be for anyone who's into their typical mesh runners. So where does it put this shoe? Aesthetically, it's not really pleasing. I don't know. I think this is really easy skip for me, bro.
Yeah, bro, I don't blame you, man. It looks like they've gone a step too far in terms of what they're trying to do. Like, I get it. They're trying to release more chambers or air units on the full length of the midsole, which is cool, comfort-wise. Yeah, I'm all here for. We're not as young as we used to be, but there could have been so many different ways to do it. And it looks like an Adidas sneaker mixed in with a DN, and it just doesn't do nothing. Like, it doesn't even look good. I don't know about how it feels on foot, but I don't even think the feeling on foot can change the vibe of this shoe. There's no amount of marketing that's going to change it for me, man.
I think Seamus makes a great comment here. The market for this is the JD Sports teenagers in Monterey gear.
Yeah.
Absolutely spot on. I mean, you couldn't have said it better. I couldn't have said it better, honestly.
It looks like a golf shoe. Like, I don't know if it's this certain picture.
It looks like little balls, like you can wear it for Christmas or something, you know. But
I'm telling you,
bro, it's just things like this really makes me sad, because I feel like a big company like Nike can do better, can come out with better. You know, they've probably got hundreds of people, if not thousands of people, that design shoes on a daily basis, or people who, you know, go out and you know, they do research and stuff. These are just not it, bro. I mean, look, if I want loads of air bubbles underneath, I'll probably go for a pair of Ons, but not this. Not this.
Yeah. You know what they need to do? If they want to give us comfort with full length of the midsole, give us something that we've had, like an Air Max 720. But I'll take them back any day of the week compared to this crap.
Or even a 97, bro. Like, you know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. The thing that annoys me, though, is all the work and marketing they did with the DN. I'm calling it the OG DN now. But it's just like they've given up already. Like, they've given us a few cool colorways, one collab with Supreme, and that was it. It's like, where's it gone now? It's all on sale. There's not really much else coming out from them. There's a couple cool colorways, like from Size, or I think the Electric Packet was called, and that's it, bro. There was no belief in that shoe.
But for me, the shoe didn't really have a spearhead when it first came out. From what I mean by that is, let's take the Jordan 4 RM, for example. Yeah. Okay. They had Nigel Sylvester spearheading that sort of release. And I can say the same thing about other models, this, that, and the other. Now, the DN didn't really have that. You know, DN was released to the general public in, I think, first 3 different colorways, and it was another addition to the Air Max family. I believe that when you have a collaborator, you know, who is of great significance or who is quite popular or anything else, you know, backing the actual shoe, it makes a big difference. But we didn't get that from the DN. So, you know, I never sort of expected it to take off at any point. So, yeah.
There was no real belief in that shoe. Like, as much as they spent a ton of money on like car boots and Air Max Day live events or whatever, like, you know, when you see like a new sneaker from whatever brand, you see a clear vision. Like, for instance, New Balance, they've been doing it so well over the past few years, where they've taken a shoe that was old, but they've remixed it, made it new, like the 2002 Rs, 550s, you know, 1906 Rs, where it was clear that was the shoe that was going to run the company for the next few months. Like they had collab after collab, good colorways after good colorways, but you just didn't get that with the DN. And it's definitely gonna be the same with this shoe. Even worse, because no one likes the shape of the shoe and how it looks. At least the DN had some grace where, you know, Supreme was there to boost it a bit, and it was cool. It was something different, and it was better looking than this, in my opinion. So yeah, for me, bro, I don't even want to look at the screen. Like, that's how bad I feel like this sneaker is, man. It's terrible. Yeah. Bro, I'm so angry because I'm like an Air Max fan, and when there's no innovation to Air Max sneakers or proper innovation, it's like, come on now, like, do you know what I mean? It's frustrating.
I think what you're trying to say is we expect more, but we don't necessarily get more every time. But yeah, man, this is, I think, safe to say this is a pass from us and the chat as well. So yeah, man. Shout out to New Balance and Asics as well.
Yeah, they've been killing it, man, honestly. And that's why, in my opinion, Nike have, as much as they're always going to be on top, in my opinion, like, this is why they've given up a piece of the pie to brands like these, because they have to work twice as hard, whether it is making great shoes, great colorways, great collabs, or just making better, like, quality type sneakers, like QC and everything else, like materials. So yeah, man, I mean, I don't know. Let's see. Now, we're going to talk about another shoe that was leaked. And speaking of the shoe that I've just bought on StockX, funnily enough, which wasn't planned. Yeah, we've got another Amamaniere 3. And I can't remember the name. It was just white and blue. Can you remember the name, bro?
Yes.
White and blue, wasn't it?
It was, in fact.
What was the name? It was like white with blue, and then
I can't remember the official name of it, but it's a new Amamaniere white and blue colorway. So Amamaniere
blue. Yeah,
that's it. Yep, diffused blue. So
yeah, diffused blue. So it's basically a remixed version to the white pair that we got before. Obviously, adding muted blue on there, white and darker suede. Yeah, there's something about this shoe that I really like. There is something about it. Now, we're still getting the While You're Sleeping pack, so it's not going to be in that. But I can't see them taking too much longer to release this sneaker. Maybe early 2025. It looks good, man. It looks good. What are you feeling, bro?
Yeah, I like the fact that they've decided to deviate from the usual color pattern, which is, you know, your purples, your pinks, your browns, and, you know, your more muted colors. But I'm glad, because I feel like, as much as we love Amamaniere, as much as how premium it is, I think people are maybe sort of starting to get a bit bored of Amamaniere. Like, it's maybe a bit too much and everything else. So, you know, the fact that they've decided to go this way and produce another colorway, I think for me it works. It gives us another option. It gives us another way at looking at Amaniere's craftsmanship. So for me, I like it. I'm not too mad at these, honestly. I think they're good shoes, good colorway, great colorway, and yeah, I definitely cop a pair if and when they come out.
Yeah, bro. Last thing on the DN8, I forgot. Allegedly, they're meant to be retailing for $190, which is around about £175.
The ones that you just showed me.
The DN8s, yeah, the Air Max DN8s.
Wow.
That's all I'm gonna leave that one there. I'll leave that one with the chat. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, these are clean, bro. These are clean. The only nitpick I can say about Amamaniere is they need to do things like they did with the 95, where they're giving us something different to a different silhouette, not just a 3 or a 4, something that they've done already, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
That's the only nitpick I can have. Like, I really love the brand, love their sort of, what's the word? Craftsmanship. They're sort of like the color palettes as well. I know this is different, this is new, but majority of the time, the browns, the pinks, the grays, love it, absolutely love it. But yeah, this is definitely interesting, this colorway, and who knows, it might be a part of a pack with this similar themed color. Can you imagine a 95 with this color palette, bro? Huh, that would be nuts.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. You know, remains to be seen if they're going to revisit the 95s again. Obviously, you know, with the first one that they've done caused a bit of controversy with the materials that they used. But yeah, definitely this diffused blue and white on a 95, I think would look absolutely amazing. But even on this free, you know, on the tongue, the Amamanier logo on the tongue and stuff, I think it looks beautiful.
Yeah,
for me, I'm gonna. I think when the show's done, I think I'm gonna have a quick look and see if I can find any news on when these might be released. Because, as we all are, I think I'm gonna try and prioritize what I'm gonna be buying next year, and I definitely want to have that in that bracket of priorities as well. Yeah, for me, it looks good and different direction. But my money here, you know, you're always going to get quality shoes, and yeah, these shoes just might be the ones that sort of, you know, keep them up there as the premium collaborator. So yeah, I like it. What about yourself? You're gonna probably go for a pair, or?
Yeah, I think so, man. I mean, I've got a few, like I'd say about 4 or 5 Jordan 3s now. Obviously not the most worn shoe in the collection, but definitely a shoe like I've learned to appreciate more over the years. It used to be just 4s, then the 1s crept in. Now the 3s have crept in even more than the 1s. But yeah, colorways like this, it's different to what I normally have in my collection. Like I don't have a lot of white sneakers. I just really like this colorway, man. The color palette, like it's white, but it's sort of off-white with the back tab. Nike Air in blue, the diffused blue, they're calling it. Yeah,
I
man.
love that blue. That diffused blue is really nice. And then you've almost got that sort of navy, dark navy on that diffused blue around the back. And the fact that they've had the off-white on the heel tab with that blue just looks really clean, man. It looks really, really clean. I like this. I like this a lot. I'm glad they've done this. I'm glad they've done this. It shows that they're not one-dimensional. They can be bold. They can be brave. They can do different things. So kudos to them. Personally, for me, it was sort of getting a bit boring. Same colorway, same sort of silhouette after silhouette. And yeah, man. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, and you know what? There was a comment from Charles. It's kind of giving me you know how they did the recent freeze, While You Were Sleeping, where it's kind of giving us a black cement twist. This one is kind of reminding me of the True Blue free twist, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, so
good shout.
Yeah, it's like it's more muted. It's very similar, but it's more muted. It's obviously their own.
I think
only a spin.
I think the beauty is in its simplicity. I think with this, there isn't like, and let's not forget, let's not act like we've not been here before. Okay, this is a sample photo, so this is always, you know, subject to change. You know, there might be a few little details that might be missing off this picture that's yet to come. I think this is just to give us a rough idea of what they're planning to do. And if this is what it looks like already from the rough pictures, then the finished product will probably be, you know, just as good, if not better. So yeah, looking good, man.
Yeah, and I think on Air UK, bro, spot on. Like that's what I want to see. Things that haven't been done from Amamania and Nike, like together. He wants to see an Air Max 1. I'd love an Air Max 90 Amamania. Like that would be on the level of a Bacon 90. Like in terms of the vibe of it, the colorway, probably the materials used as well. You know, like amazing, man.
I always said this on a 90. I'm just using this one as an example. You see where you've got the Air Max sign there. They could do something there, like with like the Amamania symbol or something there, bro. That would look so sick, because that's one thing that's unique about the 90 for me is this area here. You could do so much with that. You know, not many shoes have that sort of versatility and stuff. But yeah, man, I think you'll look great on a 90. On a 90, it would look sick. But yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens, eh?
Be interesting, man. That'll be interesting. Right, we're going to move on. There is an Air Max that you messaged me on WhatsApp actually saying it's a rip-off from one of the best Air Max this year from Nike.
Oh.
Now, this isn't the first time we've seen it. Like, how many colorways to Travis Scott ones have we seen where it's technically ripped them off? Like, even the mockers, like highs or lows, you know, like it's that kind of vibe that Nike like to do, where they release a hype sneaker of a collaboration sort of status, and then they release something similar, or 9 times out of 10 the same colorway, just without the brand attached or the person attached. Has talked to us, bro. What you got for us,
bro? I think it was the morning after the show, or a couple of days after our last podcast. I messaged you and I said, bro, have you seen these? They've released like a Air Max 1 Golf, but chlorophyll. Now, having looked at it, I thought initially I had to sort of rub my eyes and stuff. I just got up. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this looks exactly the same as the Air Max 1 patterns, like the chlorophylls. Yeah. Crazy. Same color blocking. The only difference is obviously the Golfs have a slightly different shape, slightly more sort of elongated. And also the material around the front near the toe box and everything else, the green on there is not the same as on the patterns. So the patterns, I think, have like a more denim sort of material. These ones have like synthetic. So that being the only sort of difference. And I think there might be a different... Actually, I think the shade is exactly the same, the chlorophyll shade. So, you know, for me, it's like, what are these guys on? Like, you know, they could have done so many different things with this, like, yet they decide to sort of go with the same theme. I just think it's a massive rip-off. Like, I don't know what everyone else's thoughts are, but yeah, bro, was you ever tempted to maybe get these instead of the chlorophyll? I don't know.
Bro, I can't see myself taking these to Top Golf or something, because, bro, it's as much as I get you have to capitalize as a brand, but they're taking the Mickey Bliss, bro. Like, honestly, that, to be fair, I'd rather pay resale that a little bit more just to get the real thing, as opposed to something like this where it's like, nah, like pattern needs to have a word, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. But
I mean, to be fair, if you picked up a pair of these, which you easily can, I believe, just get a patter sort of tag on the tongue, bro. It'll be like no one would know, isn't it? Really.
Until you're slipping and sliding on the concrete with your golf clubs.
I just feel like it just takes the piss, man. I mean, you know, it's just, I don't know. They've done this with another silhouette as well, where it was almost exactly the same. I think we had it on the pod like a few weeks back, but like Nike are doing this more and more often now, where they're sort of having big releases and they're releasing a standard version that looks exactly the same. Now, whether that is to sort of capitalize on the recent success of the patters, sort of ride that wave, it probably is the case. For maybe those that didn't manage to cop, they can have something a bit similar. But then you're thinking, why in the Golfs? You know, because the Golfs are quite specific in itself.
Yeah.
So yeah, for me, I was just a bit miffed, to be honest with you, because for me, the chlorophyll, the pattern should be unique to its brand, to its, you know, co-brand, if you know what I mean. You know, that should be unique to patter, not unique to or open to interpretation by other sort of colorways and stuff. Yeah. No, that's not what it's all about. Like,
and let's have it right.
It's almost like it cheapens the shoe a little bit, because it's like now everyone will have these on, and it's just like, oh, they look exactly the same sort of thing. It's like, I know it's me being nitpicky, but look, when you're such, you know, hardcore and
fan,
stuff,
innit? Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, man.
Do you know what though? I feel obviously when a shoe's in production for months, sometimes years, they had a plan. Like it was probably a plan where they said to Patter, look, if you want to retro the OG or retro the chlorophylls, we want to do this, but we're not going to tread on your toes too much because it's going to be a golf shoe, you know. And I think they do that quite often, where so many classic colorways or like colorways of collabs, and they tweak it a bit, whether it is an 86 big bubble cut or different shade or different materials, and it's like, bro, come on, man, like just leave it alone. Do you know what I mean,
bro? Someone Trans74 said the Powerwall reissue was nice. I'm just gonna back that up right now. Because my screen's gone. I was just about to it just stole my thunder there. But yeah, the Powerwall. What do you think of that reissue?
Let's get it up on screen. Yeah, because you showed me this obviously midweek, spoiler alert, but I said to you straight away, bro, the colorway, it's like watermelon vibes mixed in with a bit more exotic, you know, like there's so many layers to the colorway, and it's lovely, man. It is lovely, honestly. I love that vintage vibe to the tongue as well, like the old school Nike logo and the font. Chat, what are we saying about these? Oh, there we go.
So this is this is the Powerwall 2.0 BRS. Let's see if I can get this in focus for you. There we go.
Yeah,
these are a thing of beauty. Now, I know they're the 86 cut, big bubble, and everything else, and there was a big hoo-ha about it. I honestly don't, not really bothered about that, to be honest. Yes, I would have preferred the small bubble as well, but I think it still looks beautiful. The colors on these, absolutely amazing. I have put on the alternative laces that come with it as well. And they've just done a fantastic job with this reissue. For those that know, these were one of the most sought after trainers back in the day. The first issue, and the fact that they've re-released this and they've done a great job with it is amazing. I mean, down to this sort of silky sort of sock liner here, absolutely, like, it's crazy, man. And you know what's more crazy? What's more crazy is that these are actually sitting at the moment on the sneakers app.
Yeah,
sitting on the sneakers app. For whatever reason that is, it's just mental. But for me, these are sort of gone under the radar with the Wu-Tang Dunks coming out as well. People have obviously gone for those over the Powerwalls and stuff. So it's sort of sandwiched in between those big releases and stuff. But for me, again, no QC issues. The quality is beautiful. The color combination. The Powerwall was one of the ones that I was always I had my eye on from back in the day. And now to be able to grab a pair at retail, I mean, come on, man, what a time to be alive. I mean, all these, big shoes being re-released. It's just amazing. And the fact that they're sitting at the moment, they're sitting on the sneakers app. Crazy, man. It is.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining, but it's crazy,
Yeah, it's nuts, man. The thing is, when colorways like this sort of sit around, it's like, it's a great time to be a sneakerhead. Not such a great time to be a reseller, but it's great for us. What were you thinking about the Fears, the Jordan 4 Fears, bro? Are you looking forward to them, or what were you saying?
With the Fears, bro, I was talking about this with Kill Switch the other day. I mean, I've bought, I think, 5 J4s this year already, and I love the Fears. I think they look great, but again, it's like it's tugging at my heartstrings a bit because I'm a sucker for speckly midsoles. So like base dust midsoles like these. And it's really tempting. I'm not gonna lie, I've put in for one raffle on Offspring. Usually I hit on Offspring. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. But, I'm trying to be selective because I'm gonna try and go for the Cactus Jacks coming out this week, I believe. The brown
mockers,
one,
isn't it?
the mockers. Yeah. I'm gonna try and go for those because apparently there is gonna be so many released. So I'm hoping there'll be enough for everyone to cop a pair. So those are the ones that I really want over these ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, this colorway is fire. Like the way the gradients, how they mix the light grays into darker gray, black with a speckled midsole. It just, yeah, it looks really nice, man. Honestly.
Yeah. It's, you know what? As much as I just said, it's a great time to be a sneakerhead because so many sneakers are available, or so many sneakers are coming out around the same time. It kind of dilutes like a fire colorway like this to the point where we're like, yeah, we might get them. We might, like, it's like a year or two ago, we're like, right, I'd probably be asking you to enter for my size. Like, that's how many times I want to enter for a shoe like this. And yeah, we've been spoiled, but at the same time, it's kind of like, even if you miss out on retail, you can go and get these on the resale market for near enough the same price, maybe a 10 or more. It's just things like that, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Like the Amamanier J4s, for instance.
Yeah.
You know, you can probably pick that up for retail now, below retail even. So I'm just thinking these will probably be the same as well. If you're not going for if you're going for the Cactus Jacks this week and you're thinking that's my priority, I don't think you'll have an issue picking these up afterwards for retail or even below retail, honestly.
Yeah.
But if I do pick up a pair, it'll be just for the podcast and whatnot. But yeah, I think it's a fire pair. What do you think? I think they look great.
The Fears or the Cactus?
The Fears. We'll get onto the Cactus, but I think the Fears look great. Again, it's another one that you can sort of match with anything. You can wear pretty much with anything as well.
I like it, man. I like the midsole. Like, even there's been a couple collabs with Undercover, for those who know, with a few sneakers now with Nike, and it's like, it's something about how they use that speckled midsole and speckled panels on shoes that I absolutely love.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for it as well. Just like neons and, you know, Volts. And
really like it. Do you know what though? What I know it's a Fear and it's like a very sought after shoe and colorway. I just can't get over the fact that it looks like the White Thunders mixed in with that. There was an infrared colorway. I don't know if you remember it. It was infrared, but it had like this panel on the midsole. It was like grey. I can't remember the name, man.
Was it the Rare Air?
No, it released a couple of years ago. I'm pretty sure I did review them. Let me just double check because I can't get that out of my head. Like the White Thunders mixed in with that shoe.
This does look like the uppers. If you look at the White Thunders, it looks like it's got the upper of the White Thunders, but it's mashed in with the greys for the lowers. But yeah, no, it looks it looks great. For me, I'm always a sucker for the Nike Air badge on the heel tab though. I think it would have looked great with a Nike Air badge. Yeah,
imagine, man. I feel like I'm waiting for the undefeateds. That's probably the next 4 and the white cements.
The undefeateds are going to be sick. Are you waiting for the J3 white cements or the J4?
Probably J4s because we had the white cement free reimagined, didn't we, recently? Yeah. So these ones, they're called infrareds. 1 second. Let me just type it on here. What are they called? Jordan 4 infrared. Yeah, these. So it just reminds me of this shoe for some reason.
Yeah, I get it.
Do you know what I mean? That bit there. It's not a bad thing. It's a cool colorway, but
yeah, minus the speckled midsole there. Yeah. I totally get it. Yeah, it looks like the Red Thunder, but mashed in with
But it's a nice colorway, but it's just not something. Because there's so much that have come out recently. It's like, bro, I could be done for the year at this point. Like, other than the Stash 95s, if they're coming out.
Stash has been confirmed, by the way.
Yeah, okay.
Year. They'll be coming out this year for the holidays.
Nice. Yeah, that will probably see me out then until next year because, bro, it's been an expensive couple months, man, and yeah, I'm still recovering. But
it's been an expensive year.
Yeah, it has, honestly, and it was a slow year, like, to start with, and then it's just like, wow. But yeah, Jumpman Jacks, bro, the mockers. What are we saying? Feeling them?
Yes, Yes, yes. I'm feeling these over the original sort of colorway that released, the initial colorway. I'm feeling these much more than those. So the fact that these are mocha, you've got the black reverse swoosh against that mocha. You've got the strap on the front. Bro, these are for me definitely ones that I have to cop this month.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to be too hung up about not copying, but I'm going in hard for these ones this week. Hopefully enter a couple of raffles.
Right.
And just pray that I can hit on sneakers.
Yeah. Do you know what? The more I look at this shoe and this colorway, the more I like it. Like, I didn't like the first couple colorways, and I'm not the biggest fan of the cut of this shoe. Like, it's sort of like a mid cut shoe. It reminds me, on foot anyway, it reminds me more of the RMs, the Jordan 4 RMs, in terms of how they sit on feet. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I do really like this colorway. It's just the shoe I still need to get my head around, you know?
I think also some shoes are better in hand as well. I need to have these in hand. I think they look great. I'm not going to lie. I think they look quite clean, very clean. Yeah. Definitely one for the fall as well.
Yeah.
And it's something different. I think we need to sort of move away from the Jordan 1 lows now, if I'm being honest. And I think these might be the ones that they're sort of concentrating on next. I know we've got the Velvet Browns coming out end of the year as well as these. So it's
It's giving me same vibes though. That's the only problem. Like,
yeah,
browns and browns and browns, and I love brown. Like,
I love brown as well. Yeah.
It's tough because with brown, you can only wear it maybe 4 or 5 months of the year without it not being not weird, but you can wear them in the autumn, obviously, and then throughout winter most of the time, yeah. But in the winter, it depends on the material. Like, if it's suede or nubuck, it's like, oh, I gotta be a bit careful here.
Got to be a bit careful, yeah.
And yeah, obviously you can wear it in summer and stuff like that. It's not that deep, but yeah.
What I also like about these is the swoosh is sort of elevated. It's not like on the Jordan 1 lows where you've got like a half a swoosh sort of thing.
Yeah.
You've got the whole swoosh there as well. So yeah, I like.
What are you saying? Strap, is it giving you Huarache vibes, the strap? Or
yeah, I'd probably, do you know what? I'd probably wear this exactly like I wear the Huaraches.
Oh yeah, okay. I think they look better, to be fair, without the strap.
I think so as well. Yeah,
straps on. But
blacks and the browns, bro. I mean, for me, it's just really clean. I know you're saying we can't wear it, you know, at all times of the year, but for the times that you can wear it, it's a great option to have, you know.
Yeah.
I
feel like I'm leaning more to the Travis ones, man. I know like this is different and it's great to diversify the collection, but in terms of blacks and browns, I'd rather the velvet browns than these. It's I don't know, man. It's just the shape of the shoe is like the cut of the shoe. Maybe I have to get them in hand to change my mind, you know, because it happened with the 4 RMs where same problem. I didn't like the cut of the shoe. I got them in hand and I was like, whoa, okay. Got them on foot and I was laughing.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, probably need to have these ones in hand. But one thing I do know is they are releasing quite a few pairs, so copying these shouldn't be much of an issue, if I'm being honest. But yeah, I'm definitely going to go for these. Again, it's not everyone's cup of tea, but yeah, I'm getting good feelings on this one.
So Seamus is saying the Nike Easy On. I haven't seen those. Let's come back to the mockers. Let's just check. Is it the what do you call it?
It splits open. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. So yes, that's what I was thinking of. Okay.
Yeah. So wait, they're doing this with like near enough all silhouettes.
It looks like it. I know they've done it beforehand with the Air Max 90s. Do you remember those? They had like a mad spoiler at the back. And then they did it with the Fly E's, these ones here. But yeah, it looks like they're doing it with most pairs now. The 270 goes. Wow, okay.
So what? The heels are going to be elasticated so you can sort of get your feet in there?
Yeah, a few of them, it's like they're collapsible. Like the Air Max 90 pair was collapsible. So you literally just press down on it and then you slide your feet in. You don't have to lace them up. And I think these Jordans, they basically fold out like, I can't explain. Let me try and play it. If it plays. Yeah, so they kind of unzip and then it folds out. The tongue sort of folds outwards, you know? That's pretty cool. My niece actually had a pair of these. Obviously for kids, it's great. You know, you don't want to keep tying them up and stuff like that. But something like this, the Go Fly Ease, the heel collapses as you put your feet in. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to show it. So it's folded and then you put your feet in and it collapses inwards. So yeah, it's pretty cool, man. It's great for anyone with like mobility issues, or if you're a kid, obviously, or a parent, I should say. Yeah, man. But yeah, going back to this comment, actually, I saw from Killswitch. He says, one problem with these, everyone's saying how uncomfortable they are. The midsole isn't that high. You've got, okay, so it's that close to the ground feeling, which is understandable because it's like a flat shoe, isn't it?
Flat shoe, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's giving me those sort of creative recreational. Is that what the shoe was? Do you remember those?
Yeah, everyday recreational sort of thing.
Yeah, it's like it was like a strap with this as well, but like I said, it might be a factor of getting them in hand, maybe, or waiting for has to get them in hand because this guy wins everything.
He's like splitting the cost now.
I'm telling you, man. Oh, let's go halves, bro.
Yeah,
honestly,
I'm definitely going to try and get these in hand first. We all know sometimes the feel of a shoe, the way it looks, is always different in hand. So, yeah, man, I'm looking forward to trying these ones out.
Yeah, it's something different, man. I think as well, like you have to give it a chance, and because it's sort of a Travis Scott, yeah, it's always going to have some sort of attention to it, which is good and bad. You know, you can probably have more of a chance getting them because they make more pairs, or it could go the other way. You know, let's see. But yeah, Killswitch is saying, sorry, bro.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, he's saying he got his mum a pair of these, great for the elderly, as in
mate, I can imagine that.
Yeah, it's so cool, man. So cool. Yeah, what was you going to say, bro?
Yeah, no, I was going to say, I know you're a big fan of Air Max Thunders, and one of the shoes I wanted to talk about was the Kids of Immigrant version that's coming out soon, hopefully.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on Kids of Immigrants?
Man, these should be immigrated. No, I'm joking. Do you know what? I like the vibe of it. I just think they're not better than the OG or the normal colorways. You know, like I can't explain it, man. Like
I'm loving the purple ones. It's giving me like Tron vibes.
Yeah.
Like Tron, and
I know what you mean,
bro. Those purple ones, that is me. Like I've got to get those.
Yeah, I think.
How about you?
To be fair, I'm probably drawn to the orange ones more. You know. But if they do more colorways, then I think I'll be more interested, because if I wanted to get an orange one, I'd try go for the original orange, and the purple, I'd rather wait for the Gore-Tex purple ones to come out, you know?
Yeah.
To be fair, I do like what they've done with the shoe. It's just, I need to see a couple more colorways. Like the white one that's been teased here, that looks nuts, but it's just giving me anxiety trying to keep them clean. Do you know what I mean?
You're not going to keep those clean.
Yeah, exactly.
You just have to let go of that fact.
Just call it reimagined, man. Yeah. Honestly,
you got a blank canvas to just imagine what you want on there. Imagine that.
You know what though? The problem is though with the Sunders, it's like the price is just not worth what they're going for. Like, what are they, like 185 or something? It's crazy. And if you're paying
165, they're 165.
165. Okay, so. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can pay that much for a Sunder, and that's why I haven't pulled the trigger. Like the black Gore-Tex ones, amazing. It's just, I think I'm waiting for that purple pair, man. The purple Gore-Tex pair. But yeah, these look clean at this angle, though. To be fair,
yeah. I think you'll be surprised by the purple ones. I think I need to see something or someone have them in hand, because. Yeah. For me, I'm getting like acid vibes. Like, I don't know, man. It's just popping, like proper popping. Yeah. And if it's one thing I like, is shoes that are popping. I mean, even that little sort of yellow swoosh on the heel looks sick. So, and then you've got the different laces there as well. Obviously, it's like a collab. So, yeah, these are looking great to me, man.
Yeah. So apparently, FD from the future, obviously FD, he was the one that teased this sneaker. So this is his pictures, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, man. But yeah, we'll see, man. I mean, the Sunders are having a resurgence, which I'm happy with. Like, it's just personally, I'm just waiting for either the right price or the right colorway to be like, okay, I can justify that now. Especially with so much coming out and things that I'd rather go for than, like, no offense to people who love Sunders, but it's more like, how can you say it? It's more like, yeah, like it's not a sneaker you could probably wear every day, all the time. Like a 95 for me is an everyday shoe. Like, for example,
of course, it's a given. Yeah,
yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see, bro.
But yeah, I do want to sort of go left field a bit, and we have on this podcast before gone a bit left field. I wanted to talk about the Adidas and Bape collaboration.
Okay.
The Adidas Orchetro. Honestly, I don't think it's too much. It's a bad collaboration at all. If I'm honest with you, and what they've done could really sort of help out Adidas in what they're trying to do with their sort of mesh runners and stuff. Now, some of the colorways here, I'm not really a huge fan, but the black and white ones and also the burgundy color ones are standing out for me. I think the yellows and the green, it stands out a lot, but it's not really
that Brazil vibe, isn't it?
Yeah, it might work with the Corteiz sort of Brazil tracksuit, but yeah. What are you saying on these?
Bro, I really want to like Adidas stuff, bro, but there's nothing that appeals to me, man. I don't know what it is. If I've had some sort of trauma as a kid or something with Adidas, but there's nothing, bro. Like, nothing that Adidas offers like really gets me excited anymore. Like, not since a kid. Do you know what I mean?
To rephrase the question, okay, what do you think of the collaboration between Adidas and Bape and what they're trying to do?
Do you know what it feels like with Adidas and Bape? You know that boy band that was cool in the 90s, you know, NSYNC or something, and then they come back 30 years later where they're all wrinkly, bold, and beer bellies, and they're trying to tour again. That's what it feels like. Like, it feels like it's cool, it's nice. I mean, for the Bape enthusiasts, for the, I guess, Adidas enthusiasts, it's cool. Like, the black and white one is probably the most wearable, looks the best, obviously. But I just think I'm getting a bit bored of Adidas and Bape now. Do you know what I mean? Like, we've had the Superstars, we've had the Forums, we've had all these different collaborations over the years. It's just like, bro, come on now. Like, we've had enough. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. What were you saying?
Yeah, look, like I said, if I had to, I'd probably go for the black and white ones, the Burgundy Crush or Burgundy color one, whatever you want to call it, grape. Yeah, I think there is sort of a gap for them. Obviously, they think in the mesh runner sort of category. So I don't think they're too bad. I like the fact that they've used the Bape sort of logo on the shoe and stuff. If I wasn't such a Nike fanboy, then I'd probably say, you know what, I might give the black and white ones a go. But yeah, I'm not going to be racing out there to get a pair of these, but I just thought it'd be worth talking about because, you know, there are some out there that might prefer Adidas or they like what Adidas are doing. But I definitely think they've been sort of left behind when it comes to the mesh runners, you know, your Asics, New Balance, Gonis, all of these brands out there sort of left them for dead, so to speak. But it's more sort of like feeble attempts maybe to try and sort of catch up with the market as it is.
So I want to ask you a question, bro. Like, where do you rank Adidas in the pecking order in terms of the top dogs, like the brands? Where do you think? As of 2024, And I know Sambas are like super popular and all that.
Are we basing it on 2024?
Yeah, just in terms of overall, I'm not just talking about, like I said, the resurgence of Sambas and Gazelles and stuff. But as a brand, where do you rank them like now?
In 2024, probably like 5th.
Yeah. I put obviously Nike top. Then I say Jordan, I guess, is like a sub brand, I guess. I don't know.
You'd have to, yeah. You'd have to.
And then
New Balance,
Asics.
Yep.
And then I guess Adidas, you know? Because I don't know.
I think Puma and Adidas are about on the same level at the moment.
Ooh, okay. I don't see enough from Puma though, man. Like I know I don't rate Puma or Adidas. Like they obviously have their time, their niche shoes and their popularity, popular sneakers, but I see more from Adidas as opposed to Puma. Even Skepta can't say Puma, bro. Like let's be honest. I love Skepta, man, but them plimsolls need to be left behind. Like, yeah, at least Adidas trying. Like they're trying to do things like this, but Puma's a bit it's just I don't see enough from Puma, man.
What I'm saying, sort of in terms of what they're trying to do with their collaborations and everything else.
Yeah.
I think they're both sort of. I can compare it to, like, you know, a couple of people that have crashed on a boat and they're trying to survive. Like, give me some air. I'm trying to compete, you know, and they just can't. They're struggling, you know. In that sense, I think both have been left behind by the competitors. I'm not saying one is better than the other. Yes, Adidas has the muscle behind it and the brand over Puma, but both have been sort of a bit abysmal this year, if you know what I mean, in terms of whether it's with sales or collaborations or, you know, just generally releasing new silhouettes, and, you know, the list goes on and on. Whereas others have been more consistent. Yeah, Nike have had their issues with, you know, from down to QC issues, silhouettes, this, that, and the other. They've had their issues as well. But like you said, they're always going to be sort of top dog, no matter what. They'll always find a way around it. They're too big of a company.
Yeah, it's true. And guys, you are spot on in the comments, in the chat. The Yeezy split with Adidas, that was it. Like, I know Sambas are having a moment, and all the sort of retro sneakers, like not even superstars, like Gazelles, Specials, you know, but it's basically what Nike have been doing. Like Nike have had the Dunks, they've had the Jordan 1s, the Air Forces have been going on for decades at this point, non-stop.
And don't forget, Adidas have released also the CP Company collaboration as well.
Yeah.
You know, they've used Goldie, I can't remember the actor's name, and they've also used what's his name from Top Dog.
Top Boy, bro.
Sorry, Top Boy. What am I talking about?
Ashley Waters.
Ashley Waters, that's it. Yeah. I'm actually friends with his uncle, who's younger than him. I should have known that.
Okay,
with Lloyd Waters. So yeah, I'd probably get a gun for that. But yeah, my memory. Shout
out Top Dog, shout out Killshot, bro. House is on one tonight, man. Oh, that's hilarious. But yeah, I get that they're trying. That's why I kind of rank Adidas better than Puma in a sense. But yeah, you just can't beat the top three. You can't beat Adidas, Nike, Jordan. I'll put them in one for now. But New Balance and Asics, all three of them collectively are so far ahead in terms of collaborations, their retros, and reissuing of their retros. Like I said, the 2002 Rs, bringing them back, changing them up a bit with the midsole, 1906 Rs, collaborations, like some guys have said in the chat, with Action Bronson, Asics with the Marvel stuff, Kith, you know, like all these different, like so far ahead, man, so far ahead.
Moving with the times and everything, and at the right time as well. Thank you, Seamus. Yeah, Stephen Graham, how can I forget that? Sorry. Yeah, moving with the times, you know, knowing when to release certain collaborations, you know, just I think all those brands that you mentioned, their timings have been sort of impeccable. And yeah, they've had a great 2024, even the 2023 as well, to be honest with you. But no, I just wanted to bring these out to mention these because obviously it's it's a Bape collaboration. Adidas obviously trying hard at the moment, and with the sort of CP company collab as well. So they've got a few things going on, but ultimately, 2024 has been a year to forget, bro. And that Yeezy split as well, that was ongoing as well. You see how much some of those Yeezys were going for in Sports Direct.
Bro, I can't.
Crazy.
And the thing is that they're paying like certain influencers to promote it as well. Like, that's when stuff has gotten really bad. Like, all that stock needs to be sold. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. But yeah, bro. I think, you know what? We're gonna start wrapping up though, bro, because got some bits and bobs to do. Still got some recording to do with the the Huaraches. But yeah, great points, man. Great points about Adidas and the pecking order as well. Bands, one sec. Bands before Adidas. Seamus, you have no shame. But I rate it. I respect it, bro. Honestly. Yeah, that's a shout. I'm not gonna lie. That is a shout. But
Bands is another one where it's such a niche, like, they do certain things different, but ultimately it's always the same,
Yeah, exactly, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, Has, before we leave, bro, what you got your eye on? I know you said the mockers, but anything else you got your eye on this week or coming up?
So I'm really tempted by the 180s, the Jokers, if you want to call it, or the Beetlejuice. I don't know, you guys decide. But I've got a £20 gift voucher from Nike. Thank you. I'm just trying to decide on what to spend it on because I can use it on sneakers as well. So
Nice.
I'm trying to decide. But definitely the jumping jacks are going to be the ones, hopefully. And then with me, you never know. I could come out with something completely different next Monday. But how about yourself?
Nothing that I can think of off the top of my head. I mean, for me, it's the 95 stash, man. I'm trying to wait out for those in the Velvet Browns, Travis Scott ones. I think other than that, I should be done for the year because I know as much as I might like a couple other pairs, I don't love them. And next year is gonna be it's crazy, man. My hair transplant fund is done. Like I'm donating that hair transplant fund for the sneaker collection. So
crazy. I mean, tell a lie. There is one pair that I'm going to try and go for, which is the Shocks Anthracite.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one that you might like. I don't know. It's certainly up your street, but that is looking really nice. The Anthracite version of the Nike Shocks. I don't know if you want to grab a picture before we go. I think
they do Ride 2.
Ride 2s, yeah.
Yeah. We'll quickly have a look. Yeah, this version there's something about it.
Yeah,
I can't explain it.
These are the ones that I'll probably go for.
Yeah.
At some
I love
point.
that green, man.
Are they coming out this year? Because I've not had nothing on sort of heat movement, but
November 2024, apparently.
Yeah, 2024, but it doesn't really say as to when.
So it says 21st, apparently, but it only says US, so I'm not sure about here yet. So 21st of November.
Because I know there's on here, there's an iron grey that's releasing on the 21st.
Okay. I do really like this shape though, man. There's something about this shape.
I'll tell a lie. It's actually the same shoe.
Oh, okay.
The ones here are called iron grey.
Right. Yeah, it's probably because you can see different shades of grey if you look carefully.
Yeah. So they are releasing here on the 21st. So yeah, I'll probably go for these on the 21st, which is the day after my payday. So
I really like these though, like the more I look at them, the more I like them because they're like the R4s, but more sleek and more like subtle,
You know what I like about these? They're not too sort of in your face, but they're just really clean. Like if ever there was a shoe, like the Shocks, as soon as you look at the Shocks, it's the shock system at the bottom you're looking at. But overall, aesthetically, it looks really good.
So sleek, isn't it? There's something about
Yeah,
the shape.
it's very stealthy, sleek, sort of like gunmetal grey vibes. Yeah,
That
definitely.
mint green as well, you know. Yeah, JTP. Last shoe for this year will be the Corteiz Tour Yellows. I forgot about those, bro. If they come out as well, yeah. Hairline is just forget it. Just enjoy being bold, bro.
Story of my life, bro.
No, I've come to terms with it, man. I've given up. Air Max TL 2.5s as well. Yeah, we spoke about that, I think, on the last pod. Great shoe, man. Great looking shoe. But yeah, man, I think we'll wrap up there. Broskis, thank you so much for riding with us on a Tuesday evening. I know it was meant to be on Monday, but yeah, life, man. Such as life, innit? That's what they say. But yeah, thanks a lot for waiting and for tuning in. Obviously, next week should be a Monday, but make sure links down below to join the Discord group. I always leave sort of like news on there about the stream and other stuff as well. And yeah, man, hope you enjoyed the stream. Has, as always, shout out your bits. Where can people find you?
Yeah, just really on Instagram at the moment. HB Kicks, handles down there, or up there, should I say. Posting pictures, latest cops, funky photos, whatever you want to call it. Catch me on there. If you want to have a chat, then DM me. I talk to Kill Switch all the time as well, amongst other people as well. So yeah, man, come and give us a follow. And yeah, if you want to chat, like I said, always open.
Yeah, man. Obviously, it's like an ongoing live stream and / pod at this point, which is great, man. Love the combos. Obviously, chat's always chatting, you know, so it's great, man. Look out for the roams, the Vomero roams this week, and also the Huarache Air Trainer Huarache Corteiz. What I'm going to do with that, though, is do an unboxing video and then do a review, just so I can spend more time with it as well. And obviously more content.
Yeah. Are the rumors correct that you'll be reviewing the roams live from Rome? Or from Rome?
I wish, bro. I wish.
So those rumors are false then, yeah?
It's false, okay, man. The only roaming I'm doing is my data on my phone, bro. But yeah, man. But nah, big up to everyone who's joined. And yeah, for tuning in, chiming in. And next week, bro, broskis, we'll go again. Yeah, Discord down below. Big love as always. Peace.